We are here. It is time. Happy days. I've got some FACEIT for you. We've got a doubleheader for you today. We're going to start off with some EMEA Master as we get our second look at Master Division here for this region. We only had the one match on last week. Week one was a little bit of an introductory week, and we're going to get a lot more Master teams on. Master teams are starting to play. As a matter of fact, our two teams that we're going to start off with today, this is their first match of the season. So even though we're halfway through week two, we have both Unks and Chuds taking on Starbits Hypnos tonight. Both of them are playing their very first match of the season here today on stream. So, even the teams are just kind of finally starting to get in their rhythm, get in their groove a little bit here in Season 7. I do have a double header for you today. Part of what took me a little bit to get set up here. We're going to have two matches, time permitting, right? Assuming this first match doesn't just get drawn out into a map 5, gigabanger. Which, that'd be amazing. Fingers crossed, because that would just be awesome and a lot of fun. But for the most part, we should have time. 4-map series tend to finish in an hour. We should have time. We're going to get into an expert match here at the next top of the hour, as we'll have Element Sandoria taking on 721. So I'm hoping we get, any way you slice it, we're going to have a lot of awesome Overwatch. Either we get a doubleheader for you today, or this first match is just going to be an epic gigabanger. There's really no in between. Since I do have a little bit of a late start, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's not waste any time. Unks and Chuds taking on Starbits. Yeah, my dog just came in. Just came busting into my office. Well, hello there, bud. I know, I'm excited for this match, too. As I was saying, so it is both these teams' first match of the season, so not much to look at as far as history goes, but we can talk about these rosters a little bit, right? Unks and Chuds, brand new roster this season, brand new team this season, looking like a lot of Team Ireland, right? You've got Pure Irish, Nut GCB. And then when you got the fringe DPS line of Shoal and NRG. And this just looks like a nasty squad. You've also got Envy in the mix down here as well. This looks like a pretty nasty squad. We've got Unks and Chuds rated, let's see, I'm gonna pull up my power rankings. Oh, that's expert. I got you, fam. I know, we're in the middle of map pick right now. My gut instinct says we're going to Ilios. I'm just saying. Nepal! And it is Nepal. All right. Unks and Chuds will choose Nepal. As I get my power rankings pulled up here. We've got Unks and Chuds at 5th. We've got Starbits in 4th. These two teams are right on top of each other as they make their debut here. Starbits are, I believe, Starbits / Hypnos. If you go to their team page, they are Starbits times Hypnos here. Which, even though, if we're on the match page, they just show up as Starbits. But apparently they have combined with Hypnos here for this season, which is kind of cool. You kind of got the best of both rosters here as well. At least, I'm thinking of Tricky. Tricky is the one I'm really thinking of here. Divas can get banned out by Unks and Chuds. And we're going to side swap. I'm going to go ahead and get all that plugged in for you. Starbits, a little bit of a revamped roster, but not too much. It's very similar to the roster we saw last season with Majin leading the way. You still have Zypher and Conde here in the hit scan role. You did bring in Rav. For flex DPS. We've also added the aforementioned Tricky. Oh, Energy's Dutch. That's right. Energy's Dutch. Excuse me. All right, we're going to get a Lucio ban here out of Starbits. Starbits had a, pretty darn good Season 6. Very few changes. Really, the DPS line is going to be the biggest change that we're seeing from Starbits coming into this Season 7. And we are going to start with Tricky and Rav. So both Zypher and Conde on the bench. Let's get into map 1. It's time to get into your doubleheader. Short and sweet intro. It's the way I like it. Fortunately, our game capture is actually working today. That's a good sign. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Unks and Chuds will roll it out with the Ramatra composition. We're actually going to get a Kiri Juno backline, which is not what I expected. Versus the Wuyong Kiri here from Starbits Hypnos. Also playing in the Ramatra. No Tracer here though. They're going to rock a Rav in the Echo and try to keep NRG. I was going to say try to keep NRG in check. That's not exactly true. The Echo's job is going to be very different from that. So who does keep NRG in check in this? We will find out. We'll find out. A lot of pressure early on from Pure Irish in this second engagement. I always show the bans. What are you talking about? It wasn't. I didn't get the Lucio ban in from Starbits. I do owe you that ban. Good call. We talked about the bans. I'm confused, Santy. I'm confused. Oh, what's up, Volants? I appreciate you, Vader. Yeah, obviously that Lucio ban, coincidentally enough, is leading to our unusual backlines that we're seeing right now. Okay, NRG does end up marking, going down to Rav, but not before finding a first pick. 50% counting on the board here for Unks and Chuds. Tidal Blast thrown on to Majin. Just gonna go hit Pure Irish in the corner, but they pop the Annihilation before that happens. Now Kitsu thrown over Pure Irish to see if they can bring this Ramatra down. Plenty of sustain there in the back line. And Shoal with an OC overlooking this point, but Pure Irish and NRG get ran over. Shoal won't get a chance to bring out that overclock. At least not in that fight. With the percentage for the first time on the board here for Starbits. And you can see there with a level 51 Diva, Majin's most played hero, and why we got that ban out of Unks and Chuds right out of the gate. Okay, NRG gonna anchor onto the point. Oh, Nut tried to swift step in, but gets popped. Setting with a great read. Raven use a duplicate throughout that. Does get removed from it, but it's enough to kind of keep this Unks and Chud squad at bay. Oh, as I say that, Nut will find Rav, not let them escape into the kitchen, and that's a huge opener. Shoal low, you don't want to give up that trade. Majin right in your face here. Okay, so Shoal's going to rotate around. Going all the way back towards Coast side. The sliding shot. Tricky. Catches Shoal mid-slide. Finds NRG with the overclock as well. Beautiful shooting here out of Tricky. Oh, we're dropping. We're dropping. We're committing to this. The Vortex to try to slow it out. Irish. They're able to grab the Mega, hit the Annihilation. That's 2 Annihilations in play. I feel like that is Irish's second Annihilation as well. Ramacha's building these pretty quick, but good job from Starbits. They're able to hold Unks and Chuds at bay. We're getting into one last opportunity here to take this point. Ghost, thank you so much for the follow. We did get the Tracer swap out of Rav. Runs up with a Tidal Blast. Shoal's just immediately brought down. The overclock just never really finding its way into the battlefield. Kitsu on this point, the massive advantage. Here for Starbits to close this out. They will bring down the Ramatra. The last bastion of sustain here on the point. There goes NRG. We'll get the flip. And that'll be round 1 going to Starbits x Hypnos. NRG going into the May here for the second round. Interesting choice. I can see if you're going to battle on the bridge, you've got this nice little corridor, and you can, perhaps wall in Majin. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to see right out of the gate. Deny the escape, prevent some healing, but the wall gets broke as soon as it comes through. Majin's able to survive with a little help from the block form. NRG trades for Tricky. Both teams down a DPS player early. We are going to get star bits with first Kappas. NRG's back making a swap. Battle of the Waterbenders there on the flank side. GCB doing a good job. You can see he's holding Rav. Well, was marking Rav. The whole team just teleports across the other side. Tricky's able to find Pure Irish, who kind of got stuck there at Coastside Mega. Follow up with a beautiful shot. Find GCB. Oh, just as I go to your paw, you go down. NRG teleport in the back. Try to get on top of Docky. Shoal finds too while this is happening. NRG will fall, but the two-piece there from Shoal, you figure we should prompt a re-engage. Yeah, there's the cap starting to come through. Oh, Majin looks deep in enemy territory. What's going on here on the point? Majin's able to run Pure Irish away for the moment. Now Kitsu to try to leverage this 4v5, but Nut does have the response. Pure Irish is able to punch through Docky. Here comes the Tidal Blast. Rav is going to run up, gets the stun on 2, finds both of those kills. Cynic's able to find one in the midst of that as well. 2v2 left on this point. 73-0 on the mark, on the board. Rav's getting challenged on the objective. Tricky with some long-range fire. Pure Irish has got to balance. You know, pummeling Rav with protecting their own safety. Now the Ramatra to try to lash out and leech away some damage. Nobody comes close. The Annihilation falling a bit flat there. Seemed a little low value there on that high sustain Ramatra ultimate. No, Majin's able to find an early pick. Tidal Blast invested here from GCB, but Margin just runs down everybody, and that is a high value annihilation right there, friends.
This ends now.
Tricky's just gonna try to win this right here, right now. Photon barrier as well as a teleport. Try to get this Unks and Chuds squad onto the objective. No Tracer here to try to touch in and off the point. Puts a lot of pressure on Pure Irish, and even more so on this backline. GCB added some extra sustain. Overclock in play here from Shoal to try to take bridge. The GCB Juno actually wins out the duel against Tricky. With Nut down, GCB has to stay alive for Unks and Chuds to have any hope in this opening round. Kitsu thrown directly on top of Pure Irish. Docky themselves will fall. But Pure Irish didn't stand a chance amidst the Fox-laden speed bricks. And we're going to get a 2-0 here on New Paul to start things off. Tidal Blast, the nail in the coffin. Starbits take a 1-0 lead in the series. We'll see how Unks and Chuds want to respond. That wasn't Unks and Chuds map pick as well. We're going to Escort. We're going to Shambali. Typically more brawl style map. The way we've been seeing it play here in recent times. Now the Diva from Majin could still be viable, but I do like this map pick. It will kind of minimize the impact of the Diva, you know, as opposed to a more high ground oriented map, right? Say Dorado. I still believe Majin could make it work here, but with Shambali, I think just through map pick alone, Unks and Chuds will successfully force the Ramatra mirror here. That's what I'm expecting at the very least. We'll see what they ban out. Like, who do you attack here if you're Unks and Chuds? You don't want to attack the Soj because Shoal is just, you know, is also top notch on the Sojourn. We could see him like maybe ban out the Tracer and stick with the Sim strats, right? We could see kind of going down that road. We saw a little bit of that there in Sanctum. Even though initially we saw NRG favoring the Tracer and Rav favoring the Echo. I can see, I mean, Echo is very popular on this map as well. Okay, and we're going to get the Echo ban. Yeah. All right, what stands out in the stat card? Tricky with 7 deaths. It definitely stands out considering the whole entire rest of the team had 6. Tricky had 7. Look at the assists from Docky as well. Docky getting in there with 20 assists. Like, are you kidding me? Crazy stuff. Good work out of the back line. Also, most healing. Now, some of that just could have been pouring heals into Majin, right? Majin 19 and 1. But you have Cynic at 21 and 1. Play it out of that back line. Oh, Maddie. Hey, you know what, yo? You're in time for map 2, and we got a doubleheader today. I got lots of Overwatch for you today, so no sweat. No sweat. NRG with 11 deaths. Might want to clean that one up a little bit moving forward. DPS honestly looking pretty similar, right? Both teams had a DPS. They kind of got picked on a little bit. It seemed to kind of get focused down a little bit. As both of the hit scans are clearly, well, I say that NRG is your flex. Well, both your DPS players clearly under a lot of pressure. It'll go to 5, I believe. Hey, you know what though? If this goes to 5, we may not be able, like, we'll have to cut in late on our doubleheader. But either way, I have tons of Overwatch for you. Yeah, because if this ends by the top of the hour, then we get, you know, we immediately go into Sandoria versus 721. Oh, okay. Starbits do not, they decided. Okay, no, we do not want to go into this Ramattra mirror, and the only way we're going to force it out of that is to ban the Ramattra. So Starbits looking to try to get back into the diva that they know and love. I respect it, smart play. Otherwise, you're 100% into a Ramattra mirror here. So we kind of get an idea of what both teams are trying to accomplish. Unfortunately for Unks and Chuds, they will not get the mirror that they were hoping for with that ban coming through. But you do force them to use that ban here. Although, I mean, it is a great Ramattra map. Honestly, pretty high value ban, not going to lie. You know, should you have gone for a tank? And that's the other thing where it comes to bans. Like, would Unks and Chuds have been better off trying to protect their tank choice? We'll see. We'll see. Let's get into map 2. We're already getting Pure Irish showing us a Zarya right out of the gate. Majin's going to match that. Level 16? Not exactly, well, at least not on this account, right? We don't know what they do on ults, but not in the top 3 of tanks there for Majin. We're looking at a level 22 here for Pure Irish. Again, it's just time played on this account. I was just curious. Not that it's hugely impactful, because there's just, you know, there could be an ult account that's they're just a Zarya main, you know, but I was just kind of curious. Yes, we will have Elemental Sandoria taking on 721 in the Expert Division here, directly following this match. We got a Lucio Carry lock here out of Unks and Chuds. William in play out of Starbits. Oh, the Galactic Gun on the OWCS skin looks really good, because now the OWCS logo is kind of standout, like by itself there. That's, oh, anyway, sorry. You know me, I'm a fan of some nice aesthetics. That's a good one. Go right now, yeah, get Shoal on this high ground. They've successfully done that. In fact, all 4 players outside of the tank are currently poised up here from Unks and Chuds. You know, Spidey senses there, Rav trying to come up, but GCB is doing a good job of marking Rav. Has forced them to fall back, find a health pack, kind of keeping them from really pursuing the flank. Nasty little fight starting to take place in this tiny room. They got Majin cornered inside, and the entirety of Unks and Chuds leaped in, make sure they found that kill. Cool, send turrets inside to protect from the Rav flank. No, we'll have a Or Kitsune and Rush about 10% lead on that powerful ultimate versus the defense. I'm surprised they haven't thrown it out immediately. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Nut took a little extra second there to get that built up. Run it in. Pure Irish can take full advantage. Swings all the way around to body block the heals onto Majin. You see Pure Irish put themselves between the supports and Majin's tank, pop a bubble, and just deny any healing of food or anything getting through that. Smart play out of Pure Irish to secure this cap. Over 4 minutes in the time bank. What's up, Weasel Hyuga? Appreciate you being here. Daki did try to match that Kitsu, by the way. I did not catch that in the moment. I don't even know if I don't know if Daki's Kitsu ever hit the battlefield. I did not remember seeing a blue Kitsune rush into that fight at all. But early OC here from Tricky does lead into an opening pick. Oh no, but losing your tank's not good. NRG's got a photon barrier in play to help protect the front line. In fact, that just faded. Woo! The bubble barely getting Pure Irish out of there in time to escape the tidal blast. So a couple of ultimates have come and gone from both sides. Oh my god! What the fuck? And I didn't get that on stream? I feel so bad. Rav, you monster! God! That's something you don't see every day. I feel bad. I didn't get that one on stream. Ah. All right. We got to regroup. OC in play here from Shoal. Oh, that drop down was ill-advised. Sound barrier from GCB did not hit Shoal as they fell out of the window. We have had a bit of a flip of the map here. I was trying to turn it back around. I think that was trying to drop it out of the window. At least the surviving members, Shoal making their way back into this fight. GCB still hanging out along the top of the window. They get the swift step in to get Nut back into this fight, but Shoal goes down. Never able to overcome the high ground advantage there of Tricky. And now we're going to get the drop down cleanup here. God, my brain is still just reeling from the 4K pulse. Rav, I am so sorry we didn't get that. I mean, that's going to be your play of the game, so we'll get to see it then. My God, like it's one thing to have like a Big Bang or something, or even like a bola shot or something to pull everybody together. That was just a raw pulse bomb. Finds 4. I'm guessing hit him out of a teleport. That's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only reason they'd be that bunched up is they were looking to teleport, and Rav just hit him immediately. Tricky with an overclock already found Shoal. Gonna drop down, pursue these kills. Beautiful headshot there on a Nut. And we'll cap a 3K here. Yeah, y'all just saw the pulse bomb. I mean, we normally watch the play of the game, Maddie, but yeah, 100%. We got it. I mean, like, I'm going to stop and analyze this play of the game. I'm not even about putting the score in, you know? NRG with, I mean, seems to have photon barrier every fight here, I swear. Majin does grab. That's going to pick up Pure Irish. And enough to find that kill. The Kitsu late to save their tank. Tidal blast, throw it on to Rav. Pulse bomb in the pocket. Oh, was trying to hunt down Shoal, but kind of got their ankles broke on that one. Shoal or NRG, I'm not exactly sure which. They were both hanging out on this coastal side. I think either. You get nothing. Now Pure Irish has respawned back into this fight. Yeah, everybody had to stop and process that. Literally everyone. Rav gets Shoal again. I mean, you know, just lights out with these pulses. What the hell? Sound barrier into a 3v5. Pure Irish needs for this grab to be huge. It's good. It's good. You're gonna get you get Nut down. Majin is low, but And next to me, you got Daki down. It was never enough to really win it out, though. You eventually take down Majin, but it takes too long. And the defensive Starbits will hold.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
God, there's some days where I just feel terrible at my job. Missing a pulse bomb like that, God, that hurts. That hurts. Oof. It's all right. We'll see it in the play of the game. I'm still mad. I'm still mad I didn't get that on stream. Revel ended up 13-2. Tricky with most damage in the lobby at 6,700, 17-3 right now, also leading in elims. Starbit times Hypnos go on the attack.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Enemy contact. Stop the payload. Let's go. Like a gentle rain. That feels much better.
Tricky has been exceptional so far in this series. Rocking a London Spitfire Surge with the golden weapon. I like it. I like a good aesthetic. Blue and gold, always a beautiful combo. And Tricky, you know, you look good, you feel good, you play good. And double team up against GCB at the moment. Woo! GCB dances out of that window, and Shoal finds the backup to eliminate the threat. Beautifully played there from this defense. Although losing Pure Iron is not ideal, Shoal on the low ground will eventually get run through. Or should I say run over? It's not exactly a sword, right? It feels vendetta. Imagine it's not play of the game, right? That would feel real shitty. That'd be so tragic and funny. I mean, you're kind of not wrong. I would both laugh and cry. Yeah, it's like not even, it's not even a good play of the game that overtakes it. It's just like, you know, like a single kill and some healing, you know? It's like, wait, what? It's one environmental, you know? It's an accidental environmental. You know how this game loves to put environmentals in play of the game. All right, little sneaky sneak from Rav. GCB is keeping the Tracer in check. They're the only ones that can, really, right? I mean, we kind of talked about before with NRG playing on the Symmetra. You don't really have a match on the flank, and Rav just has free access to this backline. Goes right in, puts 2 pulse pistols into the back of Shoal, holds the pulse bomb in the pocket for a rainy day. Beautiful shooting to help find the kill onto the Lucio, the biggest stall potential. And this is looking like a pretty lightning fast point A. Not quite as fast as Unks and Chuds, actually, right? I mean, under the... Actually, almost exactly at the same time. Now did I see that? Why was I thinking... I should have, Maddie. I should have. Gets you in play here out of nut. Ooh, Tidal Blast thrown onto Rat. Let's see, where are we going? You got another pulse? Don't need it. Shoal falls to Rat's pulse pistols for the second fight in a row. Denying that overclock into this fight, and there's just not a lot of punching power left. Eventually, Starbits times Hypnos will win it out. Been pretty smooth sailing here on their attack. I like that line. Make trouble, I am trouble. GCB with the sound barrier in the pocket, playing far away from the front line, covering that window. So some scouting on the flank. Woo! Nice cancel. Tricky's OC shut down, and that is not something that Unks and Chuds have been able to do very consistently. Tricky has been so devastating with the overclocks in particular. That was absolutely gargantuan. The grab from Modern are trying to say this GCB's at the solo beat? I mean, I guess they got Shoal in that too. Maybe just the health bar went down quick. But man, it didn't look like GCB hit a whole lot of the sound barrier, but it ends up working out, right? And in that moment, you get all the value you need to win the fight, but you still got to hold this line for 2.5 more minutes. Good news if you're Unks and Chuds is you had Graviton Surge and the Overclock and the Pulse Bomb all used in that previous fight to no avail. Miro saying, you know, seems like Starbits always seems to find a magic pick. I mean, a lot of that's been on the back of Tricky, right? Kitsune versus Graf. Graf is only going to catch Majin in it, who has the bubbles to survive. Oh, even it manages to melt GCB. Not good there for Unks and Chuds. You really needed that Lucio to help cycle with the Zarya. Now Zarya is forced to stand alone on this point. It's going to try to combo. It's just not enough. 2-0 lead here for Starbits as they take the cap and the win on Shambali. All right, let's see this 4K. It's even the Pulse Bomb highlight intro. Yep, right on the teleporter. Yep. Oh, took it back through! Oh, no! No shot! That's insane! One person comes in and they took the Pulse Bomb back to the other side. No shot! That's how that happened. No shot! That's how that happened. That's one of the most wild plays I have seen in 430 some odd matches. That's one of those insane single individual plays I think I've ever seen. Gee, not just in FACEIT, just across the entirety of my career. Never mind the 430 matches I've done for FACEIT. Beyond that, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. My goodness. All right, we're gonna get a King's pick here out of Unks and Chuds. Wow. God, I wish I had gotten that in the moment. Oh, the Rav Pulse is what took care of the sound barrier. Ah, good catch, Mira. Good catch. So that's why it felt the sound barrier didn't felt like it had a whole lot of impact because the Pulse Bomb like immediately killed the shields. But it was clearly enough to win that fight there for Unks and Chuds. It was clearly a great beat out of GCB. That was apparent in the moment. It was just, I didn't catch the pulse. So I was like, wait a minute. Why did all these, like, these shields should have been there, but they weren't, right? William Band here out of Unks and Chuds. Go look at some stats there from map 2. I said stats. Stats from map 2. Give me map 2. What the hell? Oh, no stats. Where are my stats? Give me my stats. Where's my stats? Where's my stats? All right, so we're going to get a Wuyong band from Unks and Chuds. And a Symmetra band. So no Ramatra band this time. We'll see if Unks and Chuds are actually able to force the Raymer. I think that's what they're looking for. I think it's what they were looking for on Shambali. You know, maybe not. Maybe they wanted the Zarmir. But either which would be viable here. Let's get into King's Row.
Ready for battle.
The defense of Starbits actually starting with the Ramatra. Says the Sim 1 TP. Truth.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Pure Irish actually starting in the Diva. I gotta admit, I was not expecting this. This kind of goes against what I was thinking here, but shows you what I know. Rocking the Seraphim skin. I mean, you know, it's no Porsche skin, but it's good. It's good. All right. Well, Pure Irish is taking a tour of point A here. Majin and Tricky just decided to go run down the rest of the team who are waiting in line there for the double-decker. And that is a seemingly effortless fight win there from Starbits in the opening engagement. All right. Oh, God. Wrong button. Sorry. I was trying to turn off my icons and I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Okay, so that's NRG just kind of try to force this team back. You're going to end up moving into house. It had been a very suffocating hold out of Starbits here originally. Now pushing through hotel, they found an isolated Pure Irish, while the rest of the team is trying to circle, rotate towards point. Not point blank against Tricky. Tricky's going to slide out of that duel. God, I love the aggression. Not just... All right, we got to go regroup. We got to go pick up our tank. So the two supports fall back while the DPS are just trying to hide. Shoal into Freya is able to get out of there right at 100 health. Clips the shield with one of those. The second one landed. Kitsu in play. Rav runs down one. Tricky is going to intercept the retreat. Shoal caught. No choice but to try to return fire. Will not win out that duel.
I think I can work with this.
Less than 2 minutes remain. We do have Kitsu. We're coming up on, well, I mean, this is going to be a pretty explosive fight. Only ultimate that's been used so far has been the Kitsune rush out of Daki. Pure Irish does make a swap into the Ramatra prior to that previous engagement. 90 seconds to go. We'll see. Unks and Chuds need a big ult fight here. This Kitsu could just be enough. Let's see if they do with it. They're going to rotate through hotel, dropping him a high, trying to throw right on top of Majin. Cynic gets the beat in from the high ground. GCP responds. Shoal throws in a bolo shot towards Daki, but does not connect. And now you got to be careful. You got a pulse bomb as well as the OC in play. Oh, Shoal's going to shut down the ladder.
Never stood a chance.
Shoal starting to warm up here. And she'll grab an important two-piece to finally get Unks and Chuds onto the point. And that'll be the cap.
Objective lost.
Effort, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you, thank you. Let's do a little shout. I don't want to forget that. I'm gonna do my shout out now. So I don't forget. With a 0 and an underscore. Boom. There you go. If you're not following Effort, go follow Effort. If you don't know, I'm here to let you know. Annihilation from Majin, just a whole quarter. Into the bookstore goes Pure Irish. Does force the swift step there out of Daki. Now he's going to try to isolate Majin. This has been a Pure Irish move all game. You can see put your back to the healers, even using a May wall to deny that sustain and cut off the supply chain there to Majin. We have 67 viewers now. Hey, you know what? Let's go. I'll take it. Rav is hiding here in the alley. Peeks out front. And just to go swing around, right? You just kind of show yourself up in main in an effort just to sneak in. All you need is that extra second, that extra moment of indecision out of the defense could have opened this up for Rav in that pulse. Kitsu up front, though. This will prompt an immediate disengage. That pulse is started on the Pure Irishes. They got caught in the pub, but Rav goes down. What a shot from Nut. Oh, but Nut's under so much pressure. Trying to swift step in will not be able to save Pure Irish. And now has a difficult decision to make. I think it's probably just going to wait until they get their tank back. No! I am so wrong! They throw a Kitsu that gets blocked by their own Maywall! Oh, unfortunate. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. If that Kitsu had made it around the corner up to the point, you know, maybe you're able to find a pick. As it is, I mean, you do buy some space. You do force this defense back to the final corner. Pure Irish has returned. So you bought time as well as space. Blizzard now in play, right on top of the objective. Sound barrier response. Cynic is going to counterpunch in onto this objective. Oh, Rodaki's in deep. Shoal's going to go hunt them down. 5v4s. NRG is going to drop in from the high ground wall to try to isolate Majin. But here comes the OC from Tricky. They're, exceptional overclocks. Get shut down. Not going to happen this time. But Majin will run forward and pick up the slack with that annihilation. 1 health does get punched back into spawn there by Pure Irish. We're down to the very end of the fight. The wall just a touch slow to block those final Cheerios. And Unks and Chuds don't want any more of this. They got to back up. Rav is kind of in under their skin and has forced the defensive rotation. I missed your Pharah gameplay on Map 3 official. Number 1 lost Pharah player. I'm so sorry I missed an effort. I mean, I'm going to give Rav the benefit of the doubt, anticipating another 4K pulse every time he's got one available. That one doesn't land. Annihilation up front there from Pure Irish. Majin nowhere close. Just gets focused down. The bullet shot doesn't land, but still enough picks have come through. The aura of Unks and Chuds enough to get them 2 points on the board. Showing about it for their life here for high ground. 3v2 on that tiny little platform. NRG comes up and dashes through, but it gets traded for not ideal. Still, Shoal's able to leverage the Kitsuru that was in play. Takes Majin down, so despite being a 3v3, this does look favorable. Oh, that actually caught Cynic. What a bolo shot out of Shoal. I think it still clipped the wall, but the explosion AoE damage was enough to take them down. Like, there was just nowhere for Cynic to go. Still, I mean, fantastic bolo shot. And, you know, it felt like that engagement was kind of on a knife's edge. Sound barrier in play. NRG was 1 when that beat hit. Cynic does have the match. Rab with a pulse. Gonna run in, throw that one on Pure Irish. Does not appear to have a Nemesis 4. And with 7 seconds left, 2, 3 kills just start lighting up the feed, favoring Starbit's Hypnos. Beautiful headshot to cap this defense.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Who's your favorite hockey team?
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Kind of interesting speed ring. I was like, are we gonna go like just immediately run down Pure Irish? Was that the play there? Hey, you know what? The Starbit squad has been hyper aggressive all day long. They do immediately push into statue. Right, no lingering in the choke. Very decisive move. They will take that over, force the defense to rotate back to hotel. Shoal tries to slide in and regroup, but another beautiful shot. How many times has Tricky caught Shoal mid-slide? Like, it's just so good at hitting that sliding shot. Oh, that's a beautiful 4-piece. Tricky doing him dirty.
Stop the pain.
GCB and Cynic flying into each other. It's crazy how decisive these Lucios could be. They crank that speed up, right? Oh, we're getting some sort of audio glitch going on. I'm sorry about that. We're hearing, I think we're hearing Shoal reload incessantly. Speaking of Shoal, Shoal 5, the opening pick on the Tricky here. And man, Unks and Chuds needed that one. They needed something to go their way here in this fight. Otherwise, it felt like this series could have just slipped through their fingers. Oh, I stuck the camera in the wall. Sorry about that. Woo! Rav sneaks in through the right side flank. We're gonna catch in our GCB, who's coming back looking for some revenge. But with this flank wide open, this is feeling like the beginning of the end of this defense. Well, I mean, it's kind of the end of this engagement. Get to this exchange here. Starman's Hypnos have a full 5-stack war chest going on. Nut'll go down. I mean, just overwhelming pressure. Tricky has been such a threat. It has been such a tour de force in this series. I mean, just truly running down this front line time and time again. Does not even need the overclock into that engagement. Just be dancing along the back of that point. This is a cool little spot. For those who might not know, I'm sure everybody in my chat probably knows, but hiding on the very back of that high ground is very beneficial. It's gonna be an OC and an annihilation here out of the attacking star bits. Sound barriers now in play. Pure Irish kind of got just bullied back inside a mega room there. And once all the old start to fade, it's still just nothing but blue jerseys left. Rav and Tricky filling the kill feed. Starbits are marching towards the 3-0 right now with over 4 minutes left in the bank. Nothing. Oh, I was about to say nothing. You got an NRG blade. This NRG blade has got to be game saving. All right, we're out. We're going into the backline. You going for Tricky? No, you try to go for the Kiri. They switch step away. Then you turn on to Tricky, but Tricky's not having any of your sass. You brought a sword to a gunfight. GG's in the chat. Starbits take the 3-0. Dude, Tricky, absolutely. I mean, what a lights out game. What an insane lights out game. You're seeing the courts of FACEIT Masters there in chat. Like, no argument. An immediate player of the match. Like, without question. I don't have to see stats. I don't need to see anything. Hands down, Tricky is your player of the match. Without question. We'll see if we even get stats. We got stats from map 1, but they broke for map 2, unfortunately. So we didn't get to see stats. Yeah, we're not getting any stats here. So something in the FACEIT page broke, unfortunately. We're not able to see stats. I guarantee you, Tricky's just had lights out stats. If I should have hit tab at the end of that. I'm sorry. Lights out stats from Tricky. I guarantee it. Like, I just from my eye test at least, like, felt so dominant today. Felt so good. And you can see why. I mean, names that I kind of figure have kind of become household names as far as FACEIT League is concerned with Conde and Zypher end up benched here by Tricky. What to me is a little bit more of some young blood coming in and, wow, putting up some good numbers. You can see why they've got the starting spot in this squad right now. And we know Zypher and Conde are both exceptional hit scans. But, you know, hey, Starbits is apparently, you know, an embarrassment of riches as far as that's concerned, as far as that role is concerned. And Tricky seems to be the brightest shining gem of them all here so far. What a match. What a match from Rav and Tricky both, but I mean Tricky truly taking over. Big congrats, 3-0, let's go. And that is going to do it for our first match of the day.